joining me with Art Sphere today. We are going to be doing our fruity multiplication lesson today. So if you have our handout, as you can see, it's on our blog. You can definitely follow along with that. It'll probably help you guys. And we are basically just going to learn how to add, but a little bit faster, which is multiplication. And this can seem a little bit intimidating, but it's super easy, and I know you guys will get the hang of it. Just follow along on your handout and just pay attention. I know you guys will get it. So we are just gonna go ahead and start by coloring in our fruit. There's a front and a back, so if you just want to do one side, feel free. If you don't want to color it, you don't have to. I'm just gonna color. I already colored the front side, so we're just gonna color the back really fast. In multiplication, you guys will be using this for the rest of your life. I'm sure you've heard people say that. You're going to be using it just to get things done a lot faster than if you had to add everything, especially with those bigger numbers. You get into money or buying things. Anything like that, you're going to have to use multiplication. So we're just gonna think of it as adding. Okay. All right, you're gonna wanna grab a pen or a marker or a pencil just so we can write in the answers. And I did the first one already, so it might be a little bit hard to see. But we have 3 apples here, and I circled each one individually because there's 3. And then I circled them all together because there's 2 different ways we can do this. Basically, our goal is to group the fruit into groups that will also add up to equal the amount of fruit that there are. So we want our groups to end up adding up to the same amount. So we can count. We have 1, 2, 3 apples. And so I want to split this up into groups. So I'm going to split them up. First, I did 1, 2, 3 groups. And there's 3 groups of 1, so I'm gonna put how many groups there are in the first blank and how many of each fruit are in each group. And there's only 1 in each group. There's only 1 apple in each group, which means that 3 times 1 is 3. And we could do it another way. If I have them all in one group, that's also 3 apples in one group, so that's still 3 times 1, which still equals 3, and now you have your 3 apples. So that might have been a little bit confusing. We're going to keep going with our oranges next. So I'm going to do 2 separate groups. Oranges, you can see we have 2 slices, so circle each slice because we're going to do 2 groups. So put how many groups you have in the first blank. That's 2. And how many are in each group? We have 1 in each group. So 2 times 1, 2 groups. We have 2 groups, 1 time, and that is also 2. All right, so this next one, we're gonna add a couple more. Let's go ahead and count how many we have. We have 4, and what do we know that equals 4? There's several numbers. We know that 3 plus 1 equals 4. We know that 2 plus 2 equals 4. And so we are going to make 2 groups. So how many pairs do we have if we are making 2 groups? How many pairs are in each group of 2? So as you can see, we have 2 pairs in each group. If we're splitting these into 2 groups, we're gonna have 2 pairs in each group. So we're gonna put how many groups we have? 2. And how many pairs are in each group? 2. And so we know 2 times 2 equals 4. All right, it's gonna get a little bit harder. They keep adding numbers. So we're just gonna do groups of 2 again. So circle 2 bananas at a time, make them into little pairs. Pair means that there's 2 of a kind. So if you're circling the bananas 2 at a time, how many groups do you have now? There's three groups. And how many bananas are in each group? How many did we circle? We circled 2 bananas for each group. So 3 times 2 equals 6. And you know this, you can check your math by counting your bananas. So we also know that 4 plus 2 equals 6, that 3 plus 3 equals 6, and 3 times 2 equals 6 now. Now we have our 1 watermelon. So what are we going to do with this 1 watermelon? I'm going to circle it. We have 1 group. How many watermelon? We just have 1. So 1 times 1 is still 1. And if you guys can see the pattern, 1 times any number equals that number. So 3 times 1 equals 3, 2 times 1 equals 2, 1 times 1 equals 1. We had 5. 5 times 1 would equal 5. Okay, flip your sheet over. We're going to do this one too. And so this one has rows of apples. So we're going to do 3. Equal groups. So split your apples into 3 groups. You want them to be even, which means that you have 3 apples in each group. And again, we said there's 3 groups, so we're going to write 3 and 3 apples in each group, so another 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So you guys can see that we are looking at our apples. We have 3 plus 3 plus 3. That is the same as 3 times 3, which equals 9. So now you can see that we're adding 3 plus 3 plus 3 is also the same as 3 times 3. And you can see that also with our pairs, if we have 2 pairs here and 2 pairs here, we're going to go 2 plus 2, which equals 4, and 2 times 2 also equals 4. And we can see the same here. We have 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 3 times 2 is also 6. We're going to go into our oranges. We can split these up into pairs again. There's also different ways you guys can split these once you get the hang of it. We're going to do 2 slices of orange in each group. So now we have 4 groups. We do 4 here and 4 here, so 4 plus 4 is 8. Well, we have 4 groups, and how many oranges do we have in each group? We have 2, so 4 times 2 is also 8. So we can add the 4 at the top plus the 4 at the bottom, which is 8, or we can multiply 4 groups times the 2 in each group. Okay, I'm gonna go on to our pairs. In this one, we can do a big group. We're gonna circle the whole top half, which has 5, and circle the whole bottom half, which has 5. So now we have 2 groups of 5, which means we can do 5 plus 5, which equals 10. We learned that. Or we can count our groups. We have 2 groups, so do 2 times, how many are in each group? 5. And 2 times 5 is also 10. So 2 times 5 is the same as 5 plus 5. And then we get to our very last one. You guys are doing great. We're going to do some bananas. And we are going to circle these in groups of 4. So we'll just group the rows. Groups of 4. All right, so now I have 4 groups. We're gonna write that at the bottom. And how many are in each group? 4. And remember, 4 plus 4 is 8, but 4 times 4, if you look at this, is 16. So it's basically 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So you'd be adding each group up together, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, or 4 times 4 is the same thing. So I know that's a little bit tricky, and I hope you guys are able to continue practicing it. I hope this was helpful, and if you guys are able to learn a little bit more about this on your own or through the video, please let us know. We'd love to see and hear what you guys are doing. And thank you for joining me. Have a great day.